Welcome, everybody. John Zager. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. 2:19 Colorado time on the eastern slope. Overcast. I don't know, low 40s. Was supposed to snow today earlier, never did. Don't know what that was all about. Weatherman probably made a mistake on that one. So, a few days before Christmas, had kind of a couple thoughts I wanted to pass on and share with you guys, and see what you think. Yesterday was a good day. Got a lot done, a lot accomplished. But there was an awful lot of, when you listen to the news, which never supposed to do anyway, I don't think, or read the internet, it was really vulgar. It was ugly. It was toxic information that was coming out pretty much regarding hatred toward one another. And there were specific examples given. Examples don't matter. Names of the people don't matter. Here it is a couple days before Christmas or thereabouts, and there's all this toxic, ugly information about hatred towards one another on the internet and on the news. It was kind of disturbing, and I didn't understand it. I thought maybe, oh gosh, how do you put it? I thought we were bigger than that. But then I slowed down and looked at just my life. I just simplified it. I just said, that's overwhelming for me. All that toxic information. I have to reduce this down to something that's manageable in my head. And I looked at my own personal life. And what stood out to me was the day in, day out, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, excuse me, of people that are very toxic towards me. For all kinds of reasons. For all kinds of reasons that they understand, I don't. And I thought, why wouldn't that kind of information be out there on the internet and on the news? Here I am, one little old person that's making an attempt to, better the place that I live and the people I'm around. And it's pretty toxic towards me, so why wouldn't it be when you generalize it out? Okay, so that's the negative part. And I'm drinking today. Boy, talk about, do I change things up from day to day? I found yesterday shopping, because I just fell in love with the green tea and black tea and the combination of the two and the 21 positive things about it. And so what do? I run into some half and half coffee that I've never tried before. And I bought it, and I tried it this morning early, and it's very good. This is now afternoon. Well, what is it, 2:24? And I have it on ice while I'm doing my podcast. But, so that was the ugly of yesterday, which is every single day. I mean, it's just that particular day, it kind of stood out to me. And as you guys all know, that toxic attitude, belief system, and behavior attracts and causes disease. Period. And I feel for those people with such grave emotions of what they might be attracting to themselves. Turn the page. Today, this morning, very bright and early, I was invited to be a part of a group of people. Not a big old group, but a group. And everyone in the group was unrelated and didn't know each other. I mean, like 2 of the people might know each other, but they didn't know 3 of the people. So it was a group of people that for the most part didn't know one another and were asked to do a job for the greater good and stay focused on the project, on the job, get it done, turn the page, be thankful, grateful, and go home. Really wasn't as rude as I just said it. It was just, there was a lot of things that people needed to get done with Christmas and holidays and shopping and time with family, and this was a job that came up at a bad time, and collectively we had elected to work together as a group to get through it quicker so that all these people could go on about their day today with their family intentions in mind. Without the toxicity that I heard yesterday. So it was kind of interesting because obviously it was for the greatest good, the greater good, and it was, you had to stay focused and we had to get it done and we had to move on. And there was no one leader. It was not, as Dr. Joe describes, a phenomenon of leading from the top down. As he says, it was leading from the bottom up. We all were leaders. It was immersion. Okay? And as you recall, immersion is, think in terms of the flocks of birds, huge flocks of birds, and they all fly, right, left, up, down, and in a swirl and all that kind of stuff. And every single one of them seems to be the leader. But they're all thinking alike. They're all connected in their minds. There is no leader, but they all think identical. when one thinks turn right, the whole flock thinks turn right at the exact moment. So it looks like this massive flock of birds is acting as one. Think in terms of immersion also with the fish you see maybe in the ocean, and you see these pictures of massive schools of fish. What do they call those? Bait fish, mullet. Just an example. But you might have 1,000 or more mullet. They're smaller fish. But they all swim around as if they're one fish. There is no leader. They all are the leader. Right? And the amount of progress, the amount of work they get done is obviously great. Same thing with the birds, same thing with the fish, same thing with our group today. We all were immersed in a common good with no leader, and we stayed focused, and we acted as one. Pretty cool, huh? Compare that to what I listened to yesterday. Day and night, black and white, good and bad, toxic and non-toxic. Here's my final thought. Our culture is spinning out of control. It's pretty obvious it's falling apart. It's disintegrating. In the history of the world, it's happened before. It's not like it's never occurred before. And what's going to replace this top-down phenomenon that everybody is up in arms about and wanting to harm one another? And they have such toxic emotions and chemicals regarding one another, is it's going to be immersion. It's going to be a group of people, like a flock, where there is no leader, acting as one, and there is no toxicity. Okay, guys, hope you have a good weekend. God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I'll look forward to talking to y'all again real soon. See you. Bye.